I don't even remember how I started with music. Music was honestly just with me my entire life. I'm VeeAlwaysHere, and I'm a music artist based in Los Angeles, California. I'm actually half Russian, half Korean. Born and raised in Russia, fully Korean American now. The moment that really made it very clear for me that I want to make music, I turned the TV on and it was MTV. Just watching it and just watching, and I couldn't stop, and I loved it. So just the energy, I couldn't understand anything they were saying. I just loved it so much, and I was like, I need to learn English and figure out how to make music in English. You know, I kind of saw some documentary of something behind the scenes studio of some artist, and I was like, oh, so like they need a whole thing to make music, and that's how they do it. I tried to, you know, figure out how to make music, and you know, from my like little computer. Music was always something very dear to me and something that I didn't want to share with people. You know, I was clicking different buttons and stuff until something came out. Didn't have anyone to collaborate with, obviously, and nothing like that. So I had to learn how to do all of that. And I started out rapping first. And then I was like, ooh, that'd be so cool if someone like sang on my hook, just like in all of those videos that I see. Obviously, there was no one for me to do that, so I was like, oh, let me figure out how to sing so I can maybe do that for myself. All of the skills that I have now in music came from some kind of, you know, need or cool new idea that I had, you know, along the way. I actually decided to stop playing around at some point, so I went to like a little ESL school, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this seriously, and I'm gonna figure out a way to move to LA to make music in English and just, you know, have a music career. And my parents obviously were not crazy about this idea. So I was like, oh, let me do this. How about this? What if I don't just move to pursue music? What if I go to school in the US? And they were like, okay, figure it out. Figure it out. And if you can figure it out, go. So I was kind of on my own there. It took some time and it was a long process, but I figured it out. Generally, when you're an immigrant from a different country, you come to America, you know, you're not on the same level as everybody else. You're a few steps behind because of the language and, you know, the language barriers, the culture shock. So I was like, let me try to eliminate that and just level the playing field. I was, you know, focused on school. I was still working on music in my free time, but I wasn't putting it out. I wasn't posting it because I still felt like I wasn't ready. I thought, you know, if I want to be a pop artist, I need to sound a certain way. I need to say certain things and, you know, do certain things. When I stopped caring about it and actually started making music that I like and I would listen to, that's when it came. It was literally just like that. That's when I started putting it out. I listen to all kinds of music. If you go into my playlist, there's all kinds of different stuff there. So I kind of try to approach making music the same way. It doesn't matter what it is or what genre it may be classified as. I just make music that I want to listen to. What do I want to listen to today? I always have this final feeling or emotion that I'm trying to arrive at. But in terms of the technical steps, it's always different. You know, I like to have some kind of concept first. You know, the feeling comes first, then the vibe, and then I just kind of go from there. I could produce the whole track and then just write on top of that. I could just, you know, my guitar, some chords, and just write on top of that and then add other instruments to that. It's always bizarre and different, and I love it. I keep it that way because it kind of, you know, it keeps it fresh. So Ego Playlist 1 is, you know, an 8-song project where I'm kind of letting go of my ego, and that's why the title is Ego. And I'm really challenging myself as a musician, as a producer, as a writer, as an artist. I have 8 different songs, 8 different messages, most importantly feelings that I want people to feel. So hopefully they get that, because music for me has always been something that I can time travel with, if you know what I mean. If you want to go to a specific point in your life, you play a song from that time. I just want people to make memories to my music too, and feel things and, you know, go back when they need to.